Marle-Ouvrard comes back for a third set of applause after doing a magnificent job with the least, Fran's least piece.
Un immense merci pour vos encouragements, qui me font plaisir. Pour les personnes de passage, comme la question nous est très souvent posée, en se demandant comment se fait-il que l'organiste joue en bas, que le son sorte du montant, la console de nef est une des spécificités de cet orgue de Saint-Eustache, celle qui permet justement de commander l'orgue de tribune depuis la nef afin de pouvoir être au plus proche de l'auditoire. Ce qui m'amène à vous parler du projet de restauration qui est en cours, qui est en bonne voie, car nous avons un projet de restauration de 2 orgues de Saint-Eustache, de l'orgue de cœur et du grand car son côté impressionnant, il s'agit en fait d'une machine extrêmement vulnérable et complexe qui a besoin d'une très très importante restauration pour un budget voisine environ 1 million d'euros. Alors, c'est pour ça que nous avons lancé le partenariat des tuyaux, notamment ce qui vous permet de prendre part à cette aventure et pour toutes les bourses de souscrire sur un ou plusieurs tuyaux de devenir
Marle-Ouvrard is talking about the fundraising we're doing for the organ. They have a €3 million project to renovate it. And if you go on their website, you can, by making a donation of €40 or more, have a pipe named you, or named after you, or after someone you love, here in St. Eustache Church. Up there. And here are the, look at this crowd. There are hundreds of people here for this live stream. You will rarely see this for any weekly live stream anywhere else in the world. This is just in case you didn't see the live stream I did before, let me show you the ceiling here. It's 5 stories high. It's so high up. And let me show you the pipe work of the organ. Just here. The console is just over here. So when you're enjoying, when you're seated here, you have the console there with the organist. And immediately to your left and above you, you have all the pipe work. It's just a magnificent experience. People here are so, you can see people that don't want to leave. And I want to talk a little bit about the program that he played, give you some info about it that I didn't know in advance. The first piece that he played was a concerto by Bach. In fact, the whole thing was about Bach. The first piece was a concerto by Bach, which was après Vivaldi. Well, what Marle-Ouvrard explained before he played it was Vivaldi. The 14-year-old Bach sat down and transcribed a piece that Vivaldi had wrote for a string ensemble and transcribed it for the organ. So it wasn't Bach's creation. The music was Vivaldi's music as arranged and transcribed for the organ by Bach. The second piece was the one Wachet auf, ruft uns die Stimme, awake, the voice is calling. That was based on a couple of cantatas which Bach himself had written, but it's very, very familiar music to churchgoers. Bum 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 dee la dee da dee 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 dee. We all know those songs. And then, now, in the intro, I talked to you about the difference between the organ here, the Den Heuvel organ, with its 101 stops, 7,952 pipes, and 5 manual organ, and the similar organ at Notre Dame Cathedral, and then the Cavaille Cole organ at Saint-Sulpice Church, because different people prefer them. And what I said was that I think the Den Heuvel organ is more balanced, and I really think that Marle-Ouvrard demonstrated that with the third piece he played, the piece by Franz Liszt, the Fantasy and Fugue on Bach, B-A-C-H. B-A-C-H in German, those are notes. B is B flat, A is what we call A in English, C is C, and H is the natural B. And so it was on these four notes that the Fantasy and Fugue was created, although I cannot tell you as a non-musicologist that I heard those four notes throughout. But the thing that you did hear was the capacity of this organ for going from very sweet melodic playing to very the deep growl, very low, and then the really brassy, bright highest notes. And whether that was in Liszt's idea or not, it was certainly the way that that Marle-Ouvrard played it. So I hope that was enjoyable for you, and that a little bit of this background, more of the background for you, was interesting. People are still hanging around the console over there. They still don't want to leave. I can walk over and give you a little closer live look at it. S'il vous plaît. That's the console there. And the pipework immediately above. And that magnificent 5 stories through it. Just amazing. And all these seats here, all these seats were filled. And there was standing room only, people standing behind for an organ recital. Well, that was today. I may, for those of you who didn't catch this live, I may repost these on the to the organ groups, which we're a member of on Facebook, so you can all enjoy it. I'll turn the camera the other way to it, so you can walk out the door with me. There's the church. And we walk back out into the light of day. Thanks for joining me here in the heart of Paris for another one of these Sunday weekly recitals at Saint Eustache Church on the magnificent organ, Saint Eustache, the Saint Eustache organ. I'm in Paris for another 2 Sundays, so I may make it back here for at least another one of these 2 Sundays to walk you in and out and talk about it with you. And I'm still going to try to get a hold of Thomas Hospital and do an interview with him about the organ, and what they need to do to renovate it. They have a very detailed video, a 5-minute video, but it's in French, so most of our followers won't be able to follow that. And Thomas Hospital says he's game for doing it. I just have to find the time to do it while I'm still in town. So this is John Paval for Access Arts Live. Hope you had a great time with that live stream. Ciao for now. And I will be back tomorrow with our, I should be back tomorrow at about 6 o'clock European time, noon on the East Coast, 9 on the West Coast, for the weekly roundup of big stage productions, orchestras, operas,